get too wrapped up in your little caper here, but let's just assume that you're right and Damian Drake is a spy?
Super spy.
Hey, howdy, hey, Looney Tunes, or whatever, or Looney People, I don't know. Wolfman 4 Sendash here. So, I've previously talked about things to do with the Looney Tunes, and I have talked about some, not all, but some of Warner Brothers' other films that they cancelled for stupid reasons. And today is no exception, because today we're talking about another film that they've cancelled for stupid reasons, which is Coyote versus Acme. Now, as we all know, Wile E. Coyote is known for using a lot of ACME weapons to take down the Roadrunner. However, every time he tries to take down the Roadrunner, all his weapons backfire, or most of his weapons anyway. And he's well known for being like the only Looney Tunes villain that pretty much uses ACME weapons pretty much for every single time he tries to take down Roadrunner, and on one occasion Bugs Bunny. So, of course, it comes as no surprise that a film like this would exist, which sees Coyote team up with a lawyer to take down ACME and try and sue them and everything. The concept is interesting because it is something that's been long overdue for Wile E. Coyote, just to have the opportunity to take revenge against the ACME Corporation. And from the sounds of it, looks like it was going to be like Looney Tunes Back in Action, where it's going to be a live action and animation hybrid. I don't really count Space Jam: A New Legacy as that, because the Looney Tunes characters appear as CGI characters by the time the live action animation hybrid element of it comes in. Although there is that scene at the end where Bugs Bunny is cartoon and Caesar Bond James and everything, but we're not talking about that. So this film came into existence, and it's backed by a lot of big industry fans and big guys in the animation industry, including Phil Lord and Chris Miller. And one of the writers and producers of the film is one of the DC co-CEOs, James Gunn. So it's directed by the guy that made the Lego Batman movie. So it kind of feels like it could have been a massive win for Warner Brothers, and yet for some reason, even though the film was pretty much almost certainly completed, they decided to shelve it for the excuse of paying off tax or some reason. So yeah, I just don't get it. It's like all these films that people have made, they put their heart and soul into it, and all of a sudden these big studios decide, right, that's it, we're not going to make the film, we're just going to shelve it. We're not going to release the film, sorry, we're just going to shelve it and decide what to do with it another time. Or not another time, and it just stays in the vault gathering dust. Either way, it's bad news. It's bad news for Looney Tunes fans, it's bad news for people that love animation. It's bad news for people that love animation and live action hybrid films. And it's bad news for Warner Bros. Because the Looney Tunes have always been their main mascots, or Bugs Bunny specifically. So for them to suddenly make these decisions about the Looney Tunes, it's kind of not good, because these are this is a long-running franchise, perhaps Warner Brothers' longest-running franchise, that has been around for a very long time, since they first began, although all those 100 years ago. So just to see them mistreat Looney Tunes, it just feels wrong. But there is some good news. When there was backlash for the film being cancelled and shelved and everything, Warner Brothers did sort of reverse course and decide, we won't distribute the film, but we will allow the filmmakers to find a distributor, which they shopped around for, and lots of different studios expressed interest in the films. Expressed interest in the film, with Netflix and Paramount actually placing bids on actually releasing the film, with Paramount offering the opportunity to have the film released on the big screen, which is something that a lot of us that love seeing these films on the big screen actually like to see on the big screen. Then nothing came of it. Warner Brothers considered shelving it for tax reasons again, and then and then and then after that they decided to let the people shop for distributors again. And yeah, so at the moment it's unclear as to whether Coyote versus Acme will be released, because there's definitely got a fan base for sure. It's definitely backed by a lot of big industry experts, and it's one of those films that I just feel could work. I mean, yes, okay, we've had quite a few Looney Tunes films already, especially the live action and animation hybrid films, but this concept is something that's been long overdue. It's definitely a concept that's interesting to me, and it's one that Warner Brothers should definitely consider distributing, because it's the Looney Tunes. It's their biggest and most beloved franchise. And okay, sure, I did say stuff in my original vlog about Looney Tunes, thinking that they should end it and all that. But the thing is, it is Warner Brothers' baby, the Looney Tunes. They are the mascots. They've always been the mascots. Even though they may be irrelevant to their bigger franchises these days, they are still very much the mascots of Warner Brothers. But you know, it's not all bad, because there is this other Warner Brothers Looney Tunes film that's still being made, and the good news about that is Warner Brothers themselves are not technically involved in that in some shape or form. So that film is safe. So that film, as far as I know, is safe from being shelved and all that, and it's definitely going to see the light of day for sure. It's just a shame that this one probably won't, but hopefully it will, because it's an interesting concept. It's a long overdue concept, and it's one that I feel should really be made. Because okay, the whole idea of having a comedy film set in a courtroom, it's been done before. It's been done before so many times, but very rarely have we had films where it's a cartoon or make-believe character that has been in court. I mean, yeah, there is that scene from one of the Ted films where Ted's in court, and then you got all those different Simpsons episodes where they go to court, which I guess technically doesn't count, but yeah. But we've never had a Looney Tunes court film, as far as I know, and it's an interesting concept. As I say, it's one that should be done, and it just sounds interesting to me. Yeah. So I just don't know why Warner Brothers are making this decision, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, it probably would be better off on streaming anyway, just based on the look of it alone. But to be quite frank, I personally would prefer to see all these films on a big screen over streaming any day, because it just feels right to me. So yeah. So yeah, that's what I think about this whole stupid thing with this film not being released by Warner Brothers and being released in cinemas and everything. Hopefully it will see the light of day, because as I say, it's in limbo at the moment, so hopefully it will see the light of day. But for now, it stays unreleased, so but maybe one day it'll be released. So that's what I think about Coyote vs. Acme. Obviously, draw your own conclusions about it in the comments below, because I'd love to hear what you think about the film, whether it should be released, not released, or whether it should be distributed by another distributor and all that other stuff. So yeah, and apart from that, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. I upload videos at various times daily in a BST/GMT time zone. So I do vlogs like this where I talk about, where originally I said it was going to be about things that are in pop culture, but to be quite honest, it's actually more about the things I'm interested in, which are usually stuff in pop culture. I also talk about life in general and do hauls as well in these vlogs, and also review stuff that I've seen recently or played recently and all that. And I also do gameplay videos, so straight up gameplay videos where it's just gameplay, nothing else, but maybe a few occasional memes and editing for good measure. Let's play videos, you all know what let's play videos are, I don't need to explain them to you. And I'll do shorts celebrating birthdays and anniversaries of things and people that I'm into, or like, I should say. And if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to share with your pals, do so. If you want to leave a comment, do so. See you in the next one. Peace to you all. And remember, if you're a Looney Tune, you're a Looney Tune, but don't go crazy, don't go over the top, because even though they do a lot of slapstick humor, if you do slapstick humor in real life, you are gonna get hurt, you are gonna die, because the Looney Tunes are immortal. They can never die. They're just the way they are. So yeah, all right. Toodles.